All right, thanks for sticking with us here on Sunrise. Now, one thing about Jamaicans, you know, so we love our Satdeh soup, right? But what if you could enjoy soup that was comforting, flavorful, offered you goodness anytime, anywhere? So this was born out of the cup soup shortage during COVID-19. Jamin Foods Limited crafted a nutritious, flavorful, and convenient alternative to the usual salty broth cup soups, right? And this morning, we're joined by Ron Rowe, the mastermind behind Jamin Foods Limited, to talk about the inspiration behind Satdeh soup and why it's more than just another instant meal. So please, grab your cup. Well, we're going to grab our cup and we're going to dig in. Hi, Ron. Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning.
How are you?
Hello, all.
Whoa,
Satdeh soup on a Friday.
Hey,
Hey.
hey. And that's a typical day because, I mean, Jamaicans, if I ask my mother, why are you cooking Saturday? You know already what I'm cooking on Saturday. It's soup. You know, so I mean, I like that, the alliance with the day and the soup.
No, man, we have a big thing, Satdeh soup.
Yes.
And we also have Sunday dinner.
Yes, yes. And Sunday, Monday.
All right, talk to me now about Satdeh soup, because as I said in the introduction, it's not your typical soup. It's different. It's an elevated experience. Tell me about Satdeh soup.
Okay, well, the whole experience started, like you said, during COVID. And we realized that there was this shortage of cup soup, of ramen cup soup. So we went about, we thought of it, and then we realized we're always drinking this little Chinese broth. And we're so much soup people. Why not develop our own? So we went about it and we did it. But at the time, it was really just a challenge to myself to see if I could have done something like this. So it was done, and it came out well. We had little issues. But then I dropped it because it's not my line of business, and it was just a challenge. So in the latter part of last year, I was actually looking at what's going on in my life, and then I realized that there was a life's ambition that I had not accomplished.
Yes.
And that is that I've often wanted to feed a lot, as much as I can, a lot of unfortunate people, especially older women and young children. So I was praying and I said, hey God, you know, we're really not going to accomplish this in our lifetime. We're not going to feed these people. So I got an answer, and the answer was, but we started the program, and you just dropped it. And so I went about redeveloping it, getting it right. And it was interesting because we outsourced the whole blending and the manufacturing. And I really can't even boil water.
But here's the thing, Ron. For this product, all you really have to do is just boil water, right?
Add boiling water.
Yes, correct.
You know?
So anyway, we went about developing it. And then the manufacturers threw in some little nice things. They threw in the fork.
Yes, differentiation already.
Jamaicans love them pepper, right? And then you always have some who say, boy, well, I wish it never had peas, or I don't really like peas. So we were able to remedy all of them, because everything has its own, its own little packet.
You find it
and you add it as you would want. It's a true on-the-go meal, because it comes with a fork. So you literally add the water, and you have a ready-to-go meal.
So when you say it comes with the fork, this is the fork you're talking about?
So no, I wanted to give you guys the experience of actually from opening it right to tasting it.
So open this here now.
Is the plastic on? Yes, you can just peel it back.
Okay.
So you can have one yourself. We're not charging.
Oh, yes, sir, one.
Go ahead.
Yes, you
can have one.
R&R.
So peel it. Oh, very clever. Oh, I see what you're saying. So everything is inside that you can add and decide what you want to add. So if you don't want the corn and the peas and the is what is pepper?
No, that's the corn and peas.
Corn and peas.
Right.
And this is the chili powder. So you can determine your spice level.
And if you want pepper or not, you decide.
And this is so clever. Look at that. Ron, this might be my favorite thing. This actually is really cool. Actually looking around the room and I'm seeing our crew being like, whoa, that is cool. You putting it in?
Yeah. Don't know if I put it in.
Yes, it's
So
an
we go get the
experience.
water.
No. I have some here for
Oh,
you.
see him have some ready.
Water, yeah.
All right, Ron.
But we're not
So
putting
here's
all
the
of it.
thing. What I am here, my only purpose here in life, really, not just here, is to know if food tastes good or what. So please hand me one that is complete. Is it one of these, Natasha?
Before we taste it though, what in your view makes this stand out comparable to the other soups? What makes this different?
Well, truly, it's two different products, but we have to enter with products that people are accustomed to and they know. So this is a full flavored soup. Okay, the regular cup soups, most of them are broth. So this is a full flavored soup. It also has real Asian noodles. So we can look here.
Where's the water? Yes.
Well, when we're finished here, so we can look at what happens with their noodles versus our noodles.
Speaking about their noodles, I mean, a major concern often has been the level of sodium content in those competitors. What say you as it relates to sodium presence in your soup?
Well, like I just said to you, right? This is a journey with me and my father.
Yes.
And so right how we were hit when we brought it, everybody, oh no, cup soup is so bad, and the sodium. And truly, we hadn't calculated, it was not. It was truly by default that we had lower sodium.
Right.
And then when we examined it, we realized we had half the sodium. So our sodium levels are acceptable. When you look at the Food and Drug, U.S. Food and Drug guidelines. So we are in the acceptable range as it relates to sodium.
The competition.
But then shortly after, my friend sent me an Instagram thing, oh, another problem, it doesn't digest well. And I was like, why? And they said, oh, it has no fiber. And I look on my thing and my father did put the fiber already. And I was like, rotted. And then other people came and they're like, oh, it's not good for the kids. It has no protein. And I said, rotted. And I said, father, you did put it in? And I look and yes, he had put it in. So,
Oh yes, it does.
that really, that's,
10%
in fact, you know, I shouldn't say, but let's, so also when I was importing it, there was an issue with getting a license, and the license is because of any kind of animal byproducts. And so I was like, damn, I have chicken.
Yes.
And then I said to the father said, look again, my boy. I didn't know this, but in the industry, there's actually something called vegetable chicken. And vegetable chicken is a mixture of spices, vegetables, and so on, till they get a flavor. So I can say also that it has no animal byproducts. So anybody who don't want, you know, don't eat chicken or beef, don't
It's
eat
an option
meat.
for them too.
This is an option for them too.
Let me
tell
ask you this. Oh.
Let me say this before you ask him the question. You know, I keep hearing you saying refer to the father. I know the word says he was begun a good work. We'll see to its completion. Because you stop this after pandemic, return to it. And look what God doing. This is awesome. But
It is awesome. But what I want to ask you is a twofold question. One, where can people get their hands on the Satdeh soup? Because now their interest is peaked, and you know, they're just like, all right, so what we too. But also, can we please talk about how you can have it as is, or you can elevate it and spice it up the way our Sunrise crew does. Our Sunrise crew loves Satdeh soup. And literally, you can see here, Natasha has done hers with shrimp. Shanna has done hers with sausages. So it's a twofold question. Where can we get it? And give us some ideas on how we can spruce it up.
Okay, so it's growing real fast. It's surprising me, actually. We now have it in a number of places. We have it in Mega Mart. We have it Big Up Apeen. And we continue to roll it out. And you did mention that, or someone at the staff mentioned that they actually saw it in your canteen.
Yes. No, I'm not kidding when I say they eat it right here. The crew does, yes.
So for that, we have to give a big shout out to Biggs on Princess Street.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Big up Biggs on Princess Street. No, on Princess Street.
Yes, and we have to big up Foxy by Carnation. She helped us set up there.
Foxy, big up yourself. No, you're watching.
So they're the ones, an ex-friend of mine came for me. I went to a Chinese man, actually. And I'm like, God, don't know what to do with this thing. And he said to me, Ron, anything can work if you put in the work. So the very next day, I was telling a friend. And the very next day, he picked me up. And we went downtown, and he's like, what we're doing? And he said, no, the man said, we have to put in the work.
Yeah.
So we go and we met Biggs on Princess Street, and we said, Biggs, listen, man, we need to run out some of this thing. We went by Carnation, and we've been doing that type of thing.
Nice.
Down at town.
And so it's spreading so fast. Truly, people are taking it on every day. So I don't want to tell you, oh, it's available here and someone.
Do you use socials? Do you use social media for it? All right. So where can they follow on socials?
Satdeh Soup.
All right. As simple as
Saturday.
that.
How you spell Saturday?
S-A-T-D-E-H. We're Jamaican.
That is it.
Yeah.
People just make sure them see it, you know. S-A-T-D-E-H, Satdeh Soup.
So go on your socials, follow Satdeh Soup, and in that way, now, once it's in new locations, you can find out where you can get yours. All right? That was Ron Rose serving up Satdeh Soup on Sunrise. So we take another break, and then it's over to TK for the morning news.